is alive. Welcome to the very first show, the very first Battleboards Talk Show for 2024. This is the Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship, and what an honor it is to be coming to you live. Firstly, I just want to apologize to everybody that was waiting for us to start. We had some problems here at Curro, Durbanville. Didn't want to connect. It was like the Springboks was playing all over again and people were celebrating. All networks were down. We were struggling for a few minutes, but not to worry. We are live and we're coming to you directly here from Curro, Durbanville in Cape Town. With me today, of course, I've got very highly esteemed guests that will be talking to you throughout this talk show, and we're going to be getting into the Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship. With me, I've got no one else than Duitser Bosman. Most of you will know him as the CEO.
Been involved here a few years ago and I actually forgot how beautiful their facilities is. So thank you very much for them availing this for us. Thank you, Ruben. You also, you happen to be a South African coach, but also coach here at this wonderful school, coaching their kids with the chess.
Absolutely.
Coach Salimu, good to be here at Curro, Durbanville. How are you doing today?
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
So this is going to be the first of its kind, an inter-provincial chess tournament being played across 4 provinces. We wanted 128 schools to participate, so I'm just going to allow Duitser Bosman to get us into it. Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship. Duitser, where did it start off?
Yeah, it was fantastic. Alex Forbes wanted to get involved in a sporting code where the sport in battle. And eventually we discussed about, we investigated quite a lot of sports for all of last year, and eventually we decided to look at chess. And Alex Forbes did the fantastic Cape to Rio thing with Archangel, which was majorly Western Cape based because of the harbour being here, and they decided that we got to test something, but it can't be Western Cape only. So this is a test run for Forbes, who wants to get involved in this chess and make it big and go national with it for all the provinces. So we decided to just take on 4 provinces for year 1, or for this trial competition. Later in this year, we want to take on all 9 provinces. And the idea is that the kids can play from their school, from wherever their school is, against anybody, any school in the country. Eventually, it can be out of the country in Africa as well. We've spoken about that, going for an African champs, but that's another discussion for another day. But for now, it's team chess, so it's 10 players in a team. It's high school chess, and it is online. So you only play. All you need is data to be ready to play in this competition.
Yes, from dates we spoke about now. 4 provinces taking part, 128 schools that were positioned to be able to play. How was it decided what schools are going to be participating and what schools are not going?
We launched this early December because we were told by the chess fraternity we're going to do a dry run, or this first run in February, because the big competition we want to do September, October this year. And if we want to do it February, we had to launch it end of last year just to get the schools on board. So quite a lot of schools not knowing what their season would look like this year in terms of local chess responsibilities and also other sporting codes. So there's quite a lot of schools who can't take part now because they have got athletics on the Saturday the 10th or the 24th, and they withdrew. So we had about 160 schools enrolled initially, while about 50, 60 schools are playing against each other at the same time and catch the result into a lock. And we had to coach everybody over the last 2 weeks, and the schools have put in extensive time to get the whole league spot process under control, registering their 10 players and how to check in with league spot. And last night we had a session with a lady she's from New Jersey, and there was 32 schools present for that session, for a Zoom session for an hour about league spot. But to answer your question, we're going to have 76 schools in this inaugural competition with 760 players. There's probably a little bit more. Some schools will use more than that. You're only allowed to use 10, but I mean they'll use more than 10 players in separate games. So it will be 800 players playing this Saturday the 10th in the first Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship.
Oh, that is amazing. 4 provinces participating in this competition, of course, provinces from the northwest, It's going to be Gauteng, KwaZulu-Natal, and the Western Province. These 4 provinces will be deciding who is the number of Africa when it comes to chess. Coach Salimu, please, while we have dates on for the next few minutes, you must ask him also questions that you might have. Obviously, you're going to be staying on the couch when Anzela joins us later throughout the show. But you were speaking about the teams now, and you were speaking about league spot and the practice match as well. How has the process been going so far, and have you been able to reap the benefits and been able to see success with the online platform?
Yeah, I'm going to ask Coach Ruben's opinion about that as well, because he's on the receiving side. He's working with Curro Durbanville. He's assisting us by working with Curro Durbanville. We've got a gentleman in our midst called Paul Wilson. Paul has been immaculate. He's also head arbiter. He's been immaculate in what he did. We would not have been able to do this without Paul. So Paul's been fantastic with all his detail and attention to detail. So there's been numerous training sessions for all of them. Yeah. I want to say that those you might know, Lucien is actually a rugby guy. He won a varsity cup for Pucker before, and as you know, I was a varsity cup. So the problem is you're sitting with two rugby guys here, two other chess people, and that's why he still calls me Wim. I'm trying to get the Wim out of it. It's a bit of a rugby thing or a bit of an Afrikaner thing, I think. Yeah. But Coach Ruben, how did you experience it?
Well, at first I think it was overwhelming, because I think as chess players, most of the time you just turn up to a tournament and you play. So this was a big change to have to could play a team in the metro areas, and that division, that breaking of barriers, means that it's so simple to get any school in the country to play this game, which is already like a game changer. So yeah.
Yeah, we realized that the schools had to dig deep in the last week to get them all sorted, and as I said last night, we had 31 schools on board for an hour session. And we're going to have another session Thursday evening to help schools. But what is fantastic, it is groundbreaking. And to the extent results of 380 matches and put it in the log. Yeah. So you need a proper system for that. It's been so supportive that they've put in a heck of an effort to get them ready for it. So I think we're there.
Yeah, I have to take my hats off to all the teachers, all the team managers out there. Real system, well done to each and every team manager who has come through for their school dates. We were speaking now about the system and getting the stuff in place. Yeah.
To Anzela about that a little bit later, but Super Sports School is also on board for Saturday morning. And the one thing about Saturday that's going to be nice is we're going to typically have it like, I'm going to refer again to rugby, but it's going to be like a rugby in-studio show, because we're going to have an in-studio show talking about the matches that's going to happen just now. We're going to show some matches. We're going to select certain matches and show them. You must know that if there's 380 matches, you're going to show 1 or 2, but just to bring the people at home into this world of chess and chess online, which is very, very nice. Then afterwards, it's going to be discussed by the specialists saying, listen, this was a good move, bad move. Yeah. This is where the guy got in trouble. Yeah. And that's why, the moment you get into the strategy of chess, so Forbes is quite outspoken about it. And the 2 things that I enjoyed, that their gentleman who's initiated this, called Mr. Varesh Maharaj, that he's always focused. You got to deal with what's on the board, and that's in life. Wow. And you got to have a strategy, So and both of those things are, important elements for chess, but important elements for life as well. And that's also the hidden plan for Forbes, is to invest in that and to develop that cognitivity of the players of chess.
Insight, advice, and impact, obviously the motto of Forbes. Last question from my side to you, Dates. Saturday, the inaugural Alex Forbes Chess Championship is kicking off. What can we expect from this competition, and how is it going to be playing out on Saturday morning?
Yeah, so we're going to start registering from early morning to make sure that everything is fine, that we start the game. So 8:30, people can watch the stream from 8:30. We endeavor to do the following. We're going to have a Zoom link which the arbiters will use to see that the kids are not assisted with anybody, and that they don't have earphones on, and they don't have hoodies where they can put the earphones underneath. It's part of the code of conduct that we're trying to is also going to give sound back to them. So we're going to launch it with a speaker from our side opening the event. There's going to be a guest speaker. The President-elect of Chess South Africa will open the event. He's also Mr. Andre Levax, he also happened to be the chairperson of our executive committee. He will open the event, and we'll have a guest speaker from Alexander Forbes. Alex Forbes, Mr. Varesh Maharaj, who's on behalf of the sponsor.
Out there this year, who for you will be one of the standout schools that is participating this year?
It's going to be an easy one. I mean, my students are hungry for this, so I would have to bet Durbanville High.
Durbanville High or Curro Durbanville?
Curro Durbanville.
So you're backing your school.
Curro Durbanville High, all the way.
Yeah.
Actually, the question just
Yeah.
you haven't opened this up for the primary schools, and this is the biggest chess community. Is there?
Very ambitious about this.
Yeah.
When I say ambitious, firstly going to 9 provinces, and then secondly considering Africa and also considering primary schools. So I think, and we got to be able to do that, and that's why we were forced to go with a service provider that can actually deal with 500 or 800 or 1,000 matches.
To some of the most upper class posh schools, you can say on that between those 64 squares, it's all even. We'll go for a quick break, and then we'll be right back with Anzela, the WIM of South Africa, on the show. But we've got Anzela, the WIM of South Africa, on the show. What a wonderful privilege. I tried to play against her a match now before the time. It didn't go so well for me, but we'll try again very soon. Anzela, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks, Lucian. Yeah, I just want to mention that we didn't finish the game, therefore your king is still alive.
Lucky for me, it was I already lost a few pieces there early in the match. But Anzela, very happy to have you on the show. Obviously, you're a WIM. Can you just give us a little bit of a background of your chess background? What process have you followed, and how have you gotten to where you are now?
Oh dear, well the show is only an hour, right? Yeah. Well, just in short, I happened to learn chess by accident. I was a netball player as well, so I was 9 years old and I tried to run away from fitness training. I stumbled across the chess in a classroom, and I pretended that I could play chess. And then I had to continue this thing, you know, just to keep my parents to cover up for myself for missing out on the running part. And then after 2 weeks, the teacher said to my dad, but I think she should play a tournament. So I went to my first tournament with all these high hopes, you know. I was 9 years old, come on. And I got there and I won 1 game out of 7 because my opponent didn't show up. Yeah. So my dad said to me, look, Anzela, you can quit chess once you can win 2 games in a tournament, you know. So for the next 2 weeks, I was training to quit. So in the next 2 weeks, I played my next tournament, my exit tournament now, you know, in chess. And I won 4 games. I was 9 and I played against these 13-year-old boys, you know. So, and I got a medal for that, and the rest is history. I just continued playing, and I eventually got my Women's International Master title. But when I was playing juniors, we did not have the opportunity to play internationally because, you know, we had national championships, but because of apartheid and the sanctions, it was like being all dressed up and nowhere to go. So eventually I was selected for the first ever women's Olympia team in '98. And since then I'm the only one from the original. Yeah. So so I'm one of the more mature players.
Yeah, you're a survivor.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic to have you on the show. And the first one, of course, Coach Salimu, both of you, we have to ask this question.
Yeah.
A tournament like the Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship, what is it going to mean for chess in South Africa in particular? We can start with you, Coach.
And like I said, I think earlier, the most amazing thing for me was, when you start playing chess and you see the number of kids that are interested in playing, and how you never meet any parent who will say, no, chess is not for my child. Everyone wants their kid to play. The next thought that hits you is, how do we get it to as much people as we can? And once you start asking that question, you start running into all sorts of barriers and so on. And I think COVID, for all its negative sides, really did show us that we could be more connected in a space where previously we're not. And opening up chess online was one of the biggest opportunities that this country got. And the utilization of chess online, especially playing something like a league, was a game changer, especially in spaces like in the Western Cape, where between Hermanus, Caledon and Cape Town, it's a huge space, and there's lots of schools in. And by just putting out something like this means that everyone can get at least an opportunity. In a country like this, it's very difficult to find a solution that really fits all, but this goes a long way to doing that, and I think that's a game changer.
Now, what is your opinion, Anzela? What can this type of competition do for chess in South Africa?
Well, I definitely agree with Ruben wholeheartedly, but I also have another angle to this. I see another angle. I'm very much involved in chess and education, and I believe that chess is an educational tool.
Yes.
As such, and a company or an institution like Alexander Forbes is a typical institution that would actually employ chess players, skills based and so on. So I'm seeing this as maybe another stepping stone for our players also, and for them to invest in a better human being, So they're developing human beings, the skills in humans, and then taking that into the world, into the future.
Yeah.
And I mean, we believe that if you reach a child, you reach a family. When you reach a family, you reach a community. When you reach a community, you can change the nation.
Wow.
So this is an absolute beautiful opportunity for us to get to that point as well.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful opportunity for us to do that. Thank you for you. Full opportunity for us to do that. Thank you for you, who was the Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship. We had some friendly matches that came up this weekend. We're just going to put up some of those results there. Obviously, some good results that came at the moment. But Anzela, we saw that a women's team, I think it was Durban, it was Jeppy Girls Eye, that beat Paul 3 points to 2. The women's game, women in chess at the moment also very much growing.
Yeah, I'm just here, but I cannot resist. Well done, girls, well done.
Yeah.
It's also always nice to see these results.
Yeah, and Anzela, we were speaking about that before the show started, getting women more involved, or the ladies more involved in chess. Obviously between this, it's even Steven, how are we going to get women playing at the top level, like a Magnus Carlsen, a Nakamura? Is it Nakamura? He's one of the top guys. I just know those guys. They get quite a lot of views on YouTube. But we spoke about it beforehand, and you said you didn't want to open up a can of worms here, so we're going to keep the can of worms to a side, and we're going to say, let's open up the butterflies to fly, and give people an opportunity to dream.
Yeah.
You think it's going to be a great opportunity for women to shine?
Yes, definitely. What I also like about the change of times now, when back in my days, I'm at that age now where I talk about back in my days, we were very much, my generation, were very, very much, not forced, but what's a better word for force? Encouraged by parents to of the players who played with me in the national team. All of them are highly educated. I'm an advocate in law. Some of the others are doctors, actuaries. The one is busy with the second PhD. So we very much educated because our parents said you have to go and study.
Yeah.
It's that generation, and we couldn't make a living from chess back then because this online platform was not really something.
Yeah.
It's for women in chess to make it beautiful as well.
Yes.
Younger generation coming through, they're doing commentating, they are working on promotional stuff, and it's beautiful, and they have this soft approach, especially when it comes to junior chess, and it's just a different approach. I'm not saying men can't do that, but it's the nurturing approach, you know. So it's respected and appreciated nowadays in chess, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic, Coach. Your opinion on that? It's giving the gentleman also time to shine.
No, absolutely. I had an experience when I first started coaching, which was that it was so much easier for me to coach boys than it was for girls, and I only managed to see it in the results. And one of the things that I had to do was to go and actually attend a course which taught me the approach to teaching girls the game and things to look out for and so on. And one of the things that has to change, and fortunately we've developed these things, was the training course which I attended, which you gave, because it spoke of those things that you need to be aware of. Because if we don't make it comfortable for girls to be in, it's going to be difficult for them to get in. But results like what JB girls did this past weekend are so encouraging. Simple things like seeing Anzela speaking at this level and having the title she has are so encouraging for girls to take on chess. And also like having a tournament like this, broadcasting it. Are you saying girls can be involved in chess?
Durbanville here in Cape Town. It's the Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship. With me, I've got two of the players that will starting this Saturday, the 10th of February. I would just like for them to introduce themselves, and then we'll get right into it. We'll start with you there on the far right.
I'm Amanda Pretorius from Curro, Durbanville.
My name is Regan Palmer. I'm also from Curro, Durbanville. And yeah, I play chess in the first team.
So we've got Amanda and we've got Regan on the show tonight. I just want to start with you, Amanda. The first inaugural chess championship, the Alex Forbes Chess Championship. Are you excited about vibe between you and amongst your teammates?
I'm very nervous for it, but yeah, definitely excited.
And your side, Regan?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the tournament and when I looked at the channel, I was like, wow, the channel has a lot of following. So I was like, yo, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be fun. I'm pretty sure that you both are excited to get stuck into it. First, I would like to start with you, Regan. Your experience of chess in South Africa as a young player coming up. What has your experience been like? Have you been getting opportunities such as this, or is this going to be like one of those stepping stones for you as a scholar?
Well, yeah, there's been a lot of opportunities, none exactly like this, because normally
it helps me a little bit. But speaking about the recognition that chess players get, have you experienced, obviously, you see in the school, the rugby guys are getting the plaudits, it's full stadium. What is the recognition and the type of recognition that you as a chess player received throughout your school career so far?
Well, I don't really...
Training session for you. How would a training session for you be set up? Obviously, you've trained under Coach Salim. I think you both have trained under Coach Salim. So obviously, you've been trained and you've been schooled by the best. How does a training session look for you?
Well, normally we start with, he comes in and we all play friendly games, get right into it, and he sits down normally and he talks about a specific topic, about the type of tactic, or an idea, and he gets us thinking about something, lets us go on, and we just in the back of our mind think about that one thing he said, which also helps us improve.
Well, that could be dangerous.
I'm not 100% sure who's playing because a lot of the matrics that used to play chess left last year, but I know one guy that I saw playing, Curro. He's in one of the boys' schools, I'm not sure which one, but I'll look out for him.
You're gonna look out for him, but you want the best, I'm assuming. So just from your side, a message to your teammates before you go off the show again and your time. Just a message maybe that you would have for your teammates and a message for the opponents that you might be facing. We'll start with you, Amanda.
Just don't give up. I'm sorry for your loss.
I like it. From your side, Rix?
Captaining. Everyone should play their best, play to win, and I think they should be very scared because Curro Durbanville is coming at it with their all.
There you have it. Curro Durbanville is coming at it with their all. It's the Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship. We've gone quickly through that. These two will be playing this Saturday. You can catch them live and direct, and you can obviously check their scores on the Battleboards website, which is www.battleboards.co.za. You can go there. Thank you to you two for spending the time here, coming in. I know you're still young and obviously the camera in front of you, but it's a good experience for both of you, and I'm glad to have been able to do it and to have a chat with you. All of the best for this weekend, and God bless. We'll be right back after the break, and then we'll have Anzela back on, taking on me with my coach, Ruben Salimu. The king is in danger, and we are going to look to get him out of trouble here. We have set up the board. It's going to be Lucian taking on Anzela, the WIM here in South Africa. I've got my coach with me, so not to worry. It's going to be a blitz game. We're going to make it fun. We're going to make it interactive. Coach is going to help us as well throughout the whole scene. I want to thank Anzela for buying into to play against me. Yeah, obviously you gave me some advice before the time. I was already packing out the stuff wrong. My bishop was in the wrong place. My knight was switched around, and she told me that, hey, remember that the queen must be, the color of her shoes must be on the block that she must be in. That's the law that you gave me?
The dress must match the shoes.
Oh,
so the black square, the black queen.
Yeah, so you see, I learned something already. I already learned something. So I'm going to be a master after these couple of weeks of the Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Champion. So we're going to get going. I'm going to be playing from the white side. Anzela, enjoy. We're going to be playing a blitz chess. Going to play there.
Should I play with my left hand?
You can play. Coach, you have to help me. Coach Salimu, you have to help me. I'm going to be seeing where I'm going to be going from here.
Where's the white one?
Bringing out the knights. I like that move. You like that move? Coach, what did you do here now? It's the opening scene. The bishop going...
Just one step.
Just one step?
Yeah.
Because Lucian, just to take you back, if you play that, it will be a repeat of what we did in the friendly game, because then I'm going to go there, you see.
Yeah.
So you don't want that. So it's going to be like deja vu.
Okay, so see, just explain to us how the castling works. How can I castle? For those who don't know.
You're worrying me now. As my student.
There's some work for you. Okay, but good effort so far.
Yeah.
So this is the one time in the game that the king can move 2 squares. Okay, so this is a special move, and it also makes the rook very special because it's the one move, the only piece that can do something special with the king. So I call it the dances with the king, you know?
Yeah.
So the king goes 2 squares, always touch the king first.
Okay.
2 squares, and then the rook jumps over. But only with one.
Actually to the king side.
It depends. If you live in America, it will be castling, otherwise it will be castling.
Castling.
Yeah. There's something you mentioned, she said you must not use 2 hands. Can you show him why? Like what some people do.
Like this.
Is that like a penalty?
Yeah, it's not allowed.
Yes, it's a penalty. It will be a penalty kick. Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. So coach, I'm in the mix here now. How do I start looking for checks? What do I still want to develop my pieces?
We're still far from that. We need to get our pieces into the game.
So I can.
So you also want to castle, right?
Yeah. So I have to get my knight out of here.
Mm-hmm.
But you said with the previous one, I wanted to put my knight.
It's good.
Now it's good now. Is it good now?
And it's always good to play your knight to the center, because if you play it on
you don't
the
want to play
side,
to the right side,
a knight on the rim is done, yeah?
He's done, yeah.
He's only working half day.
Yeah, I've heard that one. I've learned a little bit.
Ha! So you try to attack my pawn, huh?
Yeah, but
I see you.
But I see you covered.
Hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie.
Okay. So now, coach.
Stick to your plan. What are you planning to do?
Put the king in the corner.
What are you planning to do?
Make it safe.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm gonna do this.
Yes.
I'm gonna do that now. The king is safe behind my 3 pawns. I've got the rook there, so.
Look at this now. This is accomplishment.
I'm gonna get better here. Okay.
What always happens is exactly what they're supposed to do, but they will do something else. Like you try to do it now.
Yeah.
So I want you to stick to the idea. You still need to get your pieces into the game.
When does it stop that I can't castle anymore? How many moves should I have made? Does that count, or can I should just not have moved the king or the rook?
Yeah, there are certain rules when you are not allowed to castle, but it doesn't. If you comply to those rules, you can even castle on the last move. There's a game 1911 between last 2 there, and then he castled, and then it was checkmate. I mean that's like a once in a lifetime opportunity.
You sure that's
yes, we did that on the notation part in the course. Yes, there are rules like if you already moved the king or the rook that you want to.
Okay.
If my king is in check now, I can't castle to get out of check.
Check. Okay.
I can also not move. Castle into check, obviously. You can't move the king into danger. And you can also not. Okay. So, in other words, let's say for instance, it's like this, and my knight is here. So, if you want to castle like that,
but I castle.
Castle, then this is there. Okay. So, what are the rules?
Of which rule? Which
to
explain it? Everybody learned really quickly there. Okay, is it my move?
But it's always important to check, coach, right? Always check for learning.
Check for learning. Now I definitely grasped that one very quickly.
Oh, it's my move.
Is it your move? It's your move.
Okay, let's do this.
That's interesting. Coach?
I don't want you to pin my knight.
Our mission is still to complete development before you start any other business.
I enjoy taking a knight into the attack.
She said that pieces are better in the center than on the edge of the board, including that piece.
I'm gonna go. Sometimes I just play as well.
Yeah, that's as long as you enjoy it.
Let's see how quickly you can.
Coach, where should I move?
Let me see.
What is the winner?
In educational chess, we don't win or lose, we win or learn.
Let's see what's happening there. That's the thing.
No, not yet.
I saw that.
You wanted to get the bishop out.
Yeah.
You play that pawn to get your bishop into the game.
But I can't take my bishop now there. Then it's,
Oh, that's not the only place it can go.
ooh,
It doesn't have to go all the way.
It can go a few places, eh?
Yeah. This is the options part of chess.
But this is now the file here. Now it's crowded with bishops. Is that
As
okay?
long as yours are also in there.
Should I offer a draw now?
Let's play.
Okay, let's see.
You should have heard him when you said you wanted to play with you. I was like, oh, maybe he knows something.
You see,
That
Check.
move, what is it?
I can must go, yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Now, man, I know this game, man, coach. I'm gonna try and play some chess. I'm playing with the left hand.
Oh, look at this.
Can you imagine when you
Cheeky,
start
lad,
using your
cheeky.
strong hand on this one?
Ooh la la.
That was actually an interesting capture. It's a good capture because it opens
Yeah.
a file for your rook.
And it controls the center.
Mm.
I'm in trouble here, coach.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
The African Nagamura is coming for you.
There's a Naka in rugby.
Am I gonna give? I don't give knights away easily, eh, coach?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
You know, even though chess is not a team sport, one of the things that really works is your pieces have to work like a team.
Yeah.
So if you push the knight on its own, it's not gonna do much. You have to make sure.
Remember, no cheating during the Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship. Coach, you need to commentate as well. It's like getting quiet. We need to finish it. We need to finish strong.
One thing I can say is that, you know, she's a pretty face, but she's planning something sinister, so be careful.
I see she's planning something. Let's see what she's going to do. I'm going to take, but then I have 3 in 1 line, eh?
You're assuming she's not gonna take back.
Oh, 3 points. He knows all this stuff, eh?
He knows advanced strategy.
Ooh, there's so many traps.
Look at this. The mover, I call it the mover.
Okay.
It's a drone. A drone. What did the youngsters
What
call
did I
it?
do, coach? Help me. You're my coach.
Just a decision.
But you're the
Any
one who
decision.
said you're not allowed to
Yeah.
cheat, and now you're asking for help.
Yeah, during the Alex Forbes, you
Yeah.
can't ask your coach for moves.
To the side camera.
Alright. Coach, I'm just gonna play, man.
Yeah.
Allow me to play.
Okay. That knight went to the edge of the board.
Yeah.
Adjusting. Or jadu.
Now, Anzela's always going to be checking it. What was that knight doing that it's no longer doing?
Do you see, what was that? You tell me if you can see it. Don't you make your own rules now?
I'll take my defeat here and learn from it.
You see?
You see, he was protecting, so the bodyguard moved away.
Yeah. Now there's no more. Let me see what that guy can do. Can't move this guy away.
You can.
You can.
And then move the queen. It happens. Then you are stuck playing the game without the queen.
For the rest of the game.
So I'm gonna be looking at my queen and making sure that she's okay.
Are you thinking Valentine's Day now? It's 1 week.
Yeah. Coach,
Yeah.
I'm gonna play.
Yeah, I mean, I see you are going to play.
Oh, okay.
Now, ever since I started against Anzela, this is one thing she's very aware of.
Seeing a move.
Yeah, right
Few-
now, just be prepared. Just start paying your funeral services and stuff like that. It's about to get bad. Now.
Oh.
The most prudent thing in chess is if you are attacked, deal with the attack. But now you didn't, right?
Ooh.
What attack?
Remember, she attacked your knight.
Can I do this, coach?
Okay.
So
At
this-
this point,
I'm going to play until the very end.
Coach, I'm worried about your.
I think it's good.
I'm going to move the queen.
This is a picker comment. Remember, I'm a Shimla, so Pikke, varsity rugby.
Yeah, I won the Shimlas a few times in my.
I would ask about that draw.
Should I ask for the draw?
Yeah.
I want to see how I lose here. I'm going to play. What's happening?
Anzela missed a nice opportunity, but
I missed, yeah. I saw. A bit too late, yeah. Okay, now you see all adjusting.
there's something I'm gonna ask you, Lucian, is don't tell anyone that I'm coaching you. Just for now.
I'm gonna open that
It's a
file.
secret. It's a secret.
Okay, teach me afterwards, coach.
Did you hear what he said?
I'm just saying.
He said, for now, let's not tell anyone that he's coaching you.
Oh, so you don't want. I drew it against WIM. Can you show me what could have happened?
I would first go here, check.
Check, yeah.
And then I would move.
Mhm. I will most probably move here
Yeah.
to bring my
She just wants to say hi to the king.
Okay. So then I would.
Okay, so I will check. Bring that one in.
Okay,
Just-
fine.
I can just go here, yeah.
Sure. So I have to do this, eh? Let's see.
Because this is where your king can come out.
And then the next move,
And
you
then-
can find it.
Okay,
Did you play?
no.
Not yet.
See
I
if you
already
can
played.
see if you can find the checkmating one.
Check in one.
Yeah, mate.
Checkmate.
Black to move, checkmating one.
The king is there.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
job.
checkmate.
Everyone
There we
wins.
go.
Ah.
The very first inaugural Alex Forbes Battleboards Chess Championship will be coming to you live this Saturday. I want to thank my host for today, Anzela WIM of South Africa, and of course Ruben Salimu, the coach of South African chess.